Hello Minecraftians, this is BadBoyHalo with the Saints Games, and welcome to another Minecraft Hardcore Games kit review on the Camel Kit. Here we go. The Camel Kit has some pretty impressive abilities. One of those, it gives you a nice little speed boost when you're running on sand, which can help save your hunger because you won't have to run jump anymore. You can just use your speed to get around from place to place a lot faster. You also have the ability that when you craft soup using cactus, you only have to use one piece of cactus per soup, where normally to use that recipe you need at least 2 cactus. So this will help you save a ton of cactus when making soup, and this basically makes this kit amazing in the deserts, and it really helps you when you're in the deserts, and you can basically go to a place where people pretty much avoided, considering the only thing good about deserts before were cactuses and maybe a temple or a village. But now you can spend pretty much your whole time in there and not have to worry about food, considering you can get a huge amount of food and soup from cactus, which is awesome. Your main strategy with this kit is really going to be picking a map that has a desert in it or has a large amount of sand, which I did find that was troublesome when I was trying to find a game. I went through like 4 or 5 games till I found ones that had a huge amount of sand in it or a huge desert. But what was good about that was some games had them and the feast would spawn right in the center of it or right around there, and the desert would be just huge, and I'd figure out that I would be almost the only person that had a lot of soup in those games, especially if the jungles or the swamps were really far from spawn. So that was a huge advantage in those games. However, on games that don't have large deserts, you're going to be at a big disadvantage, or at least you're not going to get an advantage from the Camel Kit. The other thing you need to be careful of with this kit is the speed isn't that good from escaping or chasing other players down. When I tried to use this kit, I thought it would be as fast as like the Frosty kit is on snow and have that much of a speed boost, but this kit really wasn't that fast compared to that. Like if someone was run jumping, I couldn't catch up to them, or if someone was run jumping, it'd be difficult for me to get away from them. So it was not a huge kit advantage in terms of speed and getting away from people. However, the speed does come in handy when you get into a close fight with them and you're on sand, because then you're still moving at a high rate of speed and you can strafe around them. However, if you're not fighting on sand, or if you're just trying to chase someone down, it was kind of a pain, and this kit really doesn't give you an edge-wise in that. But in close range fights, definitely gives you an edge because you can strafe around them and it's hard for them to hit you. To sum it up, I'm going to give this kit a 2.5 out of 5 stars. I like the extra speed, and I like the fact that you can get a lot of soup from cacti now, which basically makes cactus perfect as a food source, where normally it was really hard to get a lot of soup from it. So I really like that. But the disadvantage of you're basically as fast as someone who's just sprint jumping is kind of lame and not really the best edge-wise there. However, this kit really is good in a desert and is going to give you that combat advantage to take on players even if they have better armor than you, as long as you're fighting them in a desert or near sand. So definitely a good kit for desert, and I recommend the strategy to use with this kit is find a map that has a huge desert so that you can get a lot of soup and get a lot of resources very quickly. And if someone has a temple, or if the map has like a temple or a village, you can use this kit to get to it faster than other players can. So all in all, a good kit, but keep in mind that the advantage of this kit stays with the deserts. Hope you guys like this kit review. Make sure to leave a comment to be entered into the giveaway. Check out the Camel gameplay here, and have happy hardcore games, and may the odds be ever in your favor.